Hello, this is Farron. I've been 10 years programming video games, and I'm still learning. But this is another video blog, and this one is about Unreal Engine and its philosophy behind it. What goes on between the classes, and well, if you know this philosophy, you can be really fast to develop your game, understand others' games, and whatnot. If you like it, keep watching. First off, to know is that Unreal Engine 4 uses OOP languages, which are object-oriented languages. Why is that? I would say, in my opinion, is that we're not programming just one robot doing a function all the time. We're programming a lot of robots in our world. We're programming a world. So a game is a video game. A video game. It's like a world. There's a lot of robots around, and these ones have to interact with each other. It's pretty hard to understand, but you can, yeah, you can imagine. Let's see the classes that there are in the engine that allow us to make these robots work fine and do stuff for us and whatnot. All right, let's begin. There's two main classes in Unreal Engine. Since I began in this engine with UDK, I said that there were two main classes. Those were object and actor. The difference between them, it's pretty simple. One has a set of components, which is actor. The actor has a set of components. So to visually represent this these like this actor, this class, and then object does not. As a main, there's, for instance, there's the shape class of Unreal Engine 4. The shape class is an object. Why is not a class? Because you don't want to see the shape class. It's not a test. It's not. I mean, you could do it. You could represent it as a test, but they didn't. So that is an object. To optimize, it's better to not use a lot of data for the shape class, for instance, and that's why they probably did it. Like, I'm not sure, but um, it's probably because of that, right? Well, so yeah, we have object and we have actor, and next time we will see the other main classes there are. Well, I think myself that the most important classes in Unreal Engine philosophy are the controller class and the character class as we know now. It used to be pawn class before, but it changed. Well, now the character takes a most important role, inherited from pawn, and it has the components are most important to represent our character that we're going to move, or it's going to be moved by a controller. Let's see how. Well, let's talk about a cool concept related to these two classes with its character and controller. And this one is called possessing. And the characters can be possessed by these controllers, and these controllers can possess these pawns. And this pawns has a location, and through it, it can be easily modified through possessing this pawn. Once a pawn or a character has been possessed, if it's possessed by a player controller, it will be moved by, for instance, keyboard input, for instance, or the mouse, or whatever. And if it's possessed by an AI, it will be controlled by the algorithms of this AI. and it will move its components. So you will see if the location is that one or that other one. The components are going to be there, and thanks to these controllers, the location will. The most important thing is that the location or the rotation is going to vary. It's going to change, and you will see those components moving around in the world, and that is it. Okay, so another important class of Unreal Engine philosophy, or whatever you want to call it, it's the game info, also called game mode in Unreal Engine 4. Well, in UDK it used to be called game info, now it's called game mode in UE4. And what is this class for, you would say? Well, this class, it is to define who is the main character of the game. What is the main player controller, like the set of input, whatnot. You can change it in runtime though. It doesn't matter. And also it defines, or it should define, because you can define it anywhere to be honest, but it's defined mainly in the game mode class, and those are the rules. And you can define the rules of the game too, who's going to win and whatnot. It only exists in the server side, so if the client doesn't know anything about it. Well, but that's advanced. That's for networking. I guess I'll make another video about networking in a future for noobs. Easy to understand. I already made a tutorial back in the days, but I can make like some sort of Unreal Engine 4 networking philosophy, and that can be helpful maybe. I don't know, that YouTube will say. Well, after telling you what is the process function, I'm going to tell you where are levels in Unreal Engine 4 or 3 or whatever. They're the same everywhere so far in its framework. And well, every level to begin with has a game mode. This game mode, it will be explained in the future. And once you hit play, you're automatically going to possess that character. Well, it depends on how you program it anyways. But yeah, and these levels has a set of actors in there. These levels are like the worlds in which your robots will live in. And yeah, well, next. Well, and so in here, my little blog philosophy, whatever, concludes. And what we learned so far is that there's like 4 main classes in this engine that take a main role, which are controller, PawnCharacter, which inherit from actor, game info, and then there's the level class that has this set of actors interacting in this world that is a level and whatnot. It's kind of confusing, but yeah. These main classes are if you learn them, are everything. Then there's subclasses of them that they're not that relevant, but they have their own role and whatnot. Well, thanks for watching. I hope I didn't confuse you a lot, because this video, I don't think it's going to be a masterpiece, but who knows. Well, after saying that if you know them well and you know the main functions, you can easily interact with everything, then you can really make a game. If not, it's going to be difficult. If you don't even know what is possess or spawn, you are very screwed up. So see ya. Thanks for watching. Until next time.